Hello again. I believe this is the fourth video I'm going to create today. A God created video. Sun is out here in the Cumberland Valley. I found 2 containers to put the rice away from the previous video about rice and how it's going to be a base for my next 10 to 15 days worth of food. I don't put it all together in one because if it ever gets super sticky, you lose it all. And then you just wasted all your rice cost and effort. And while this is common sense, a lot of this has to do with how to live socially secure. You cannot afford to lose a penny in spoiled food. This particular video, another Ahold product, guaranteed value. That's my social security check, I hope. Got to go down to the office. Frank's made with chicken and pork. Well, I have a channel called Frank One because my first name is Francis, and when I would go to the doctors, they'd look at the name on the thing and the form, and they'd call Frank Malone. They'd assume my nickname was Frank, so I decided to become. And being a Frank One, I would say, no, my name is Francis. So then they started later on in World Cup politically correct, seeing them go Francis, and I go, that is I. Now they don't know what to do. So made with chicken and pork. Okay, well, I know from DNA testing that I'm partially Hebraic. How do you do that? Well, I just said it, so Google it. Right? So when I worked at the Hebrew National Factory, God, the guys been everywhere, I hate them. Well, no, it was a construction job we had, it was awesome. Somewhere in Long Island, I think it was. It's a little island. We were preparing food, and they were making hot dogs in the next room, and there was only a sheet of plastic between our production. But what we did is we would put this flooring product that will go in during, I should say hotel. That's my stuttering problem I'm trying to get the doctors to look into. We would put in this flooring product in the construction company, and it went to 700 plants all over the United States for over 3 years, including Canada and Puerto Rico. I speak Spanish for 45 years plus. Puertorriqueño, la boricua. No me gusta. En mi corazón hay mucho amor para la gente del mundo hispánico. The water is bubbling. I buy from Ahold the package I just showed you. And I've done this already a couple times today. 24 hot dogs for $4. Ooh, there's a lot of water in there. Get that down in the sink. So, what I learned at the Hebrew National Factory was that they, because what we did is when we put these floors in, I'll be blunt and say this. We were told the salesman lied to make sure to get the sale. We could fix anything once we get there. And I was just a grunt. I was just a worker. I wasn't a technician. And I don't know how much this gets in there, but the technicians were so expensive for the company that they were flown from job to job. And 10,000 feet below them, Eddie Malone's driving a van with all the product and material. Wonderful material put in by Palma Flooring Systems. Rockaway, New Jersey, I think, these days. I talked to Freddie Dirt recently. So when we get into these factories, the company wants the best bid, the customer, and they would, not tell us the truth. And I'll be on my floor, they need these machines scraping the floor with a sander or something, or using an acid wash. And what we're trying to do is we have to lift up all the old product that had bled down into the concrete. We had to scarify the concrete until it would accept our material. And our material, a 2-port epoxy with ingredients for strength, had to be designed so it went down into that new level of concrete and bonded. Paint and epoxy dry, but they need to cure. That's the chemical reaction. So the basis of all these industrial production machines, whether it's hairspray and Revlon, snack food and Austin Foods in Cary, North Carolina, or in this case, Hebrew National in Long Island, was that these production machines, they're bouncing like this to back and then gyrating and hydrating and all this stuff you see on the label. 14 ingredients in America, that's all we have around the world. We just have tris and dis of those. Tricalcium phosphate, monocalcium phosphate, dicalcium, tricalcium, and monocalcium. So the food ingredients I learned from going in all these production factories and talking to the people. Lundy, North Carolina, where pigs go to die. It was a hog factory, it was great. Truckloads of pigs come in there every day. And you'd see the busloads of the migrant workers, as we called them then, now we know. And they'd be going out to the field. What were they picking in London? Probably cotton. I was down there in Wilmington, North Carolina, where we did work. I digress. Hebrew National Factory. So I learned these are just sleeves, and they're just slamming all kinds of stuff in it. Chopped up pig snouts, chopped up pig toes, chicken beaks, because it does say chicken. Now I remember the Lundys, the pigs. So the guy, we met down there, sweetheart of a fella, he was one of the producers, production factory guys, and he had a boat. It was called Hog Heaven 2, because Clinton, North Carolina is where hogs go to die by the millions. Thank God. I love pork. It's good for you. Get the right kind. So what I do is, again, I don't cook up everything all at once because I have to make sure that the batches will work. So if I put 7 or 8 in there, I'm going to boil them thoroughly. Okay. This package holds itself really good as long as you place it up. You don't need to re-wrap it or anything because there's so much preservative in this. It's not going bad. If you keep it refrigerated. So the living socially secure part is this, okay? When I get a little bummed, get a little tired, it's usually because I need a nap. I'm going to be 62 in 17 days. I keep forgetting how many, 12 and 4, 16. Drool a little. So the technique here is, how do I use these dogs? Well, because I know they're basically just ingredient tubes, okay? Spices and stuff like that, extenders are another thing I should do a whole video series on, okay? And what I've done is, I discovered, you know, I'm always trying to bring my meals in at pennies per. Saves my money for gas and my beer. So I drink beer that costs 75 cents a can. It's 8% alcohol. That's like brown wine. There's no Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, and all this stuff I pull out of the country club. So when these are done, I'll put them in one of these top work containers. And I will, when I'm hungry and I'm getting ready to take a nap, I'll take 1 or 2 dogs and just stick them in here. They're already going to be cooked. Microwave them for a minute. I get half a slice of bread. I get half a slice of bread apiece. I get 1 piece of bread. I'll hold. Slice it in half. Dab some Hellmann's mayonnaise because I use nothing but brand. And for that realm, this is the discount. Eat that, and for some reason, I'll have an hour and a half nap. So complicated, my stomach is whirling and twirling. They're going, Eddie, what did you feed us? They used to call me Eddie at the Eddie! I know this person, when she walks through her workplace, they call her by her name or they call her over the speaker. And she has to respond because she's the leader. And when I worked in one of the bigger hotels, and I was the evening food and beverage manager, but I was an assistant food and beverage manager, but I was the evening guy, the night manager. I would roam off to this hotel, keep everybody working, you know, that's what you do. The bars are bouncing, buffets are going, the kitchen is good. Housekeeping I didn't do anything with, but get yelled at by the guests when the rooms weren't cleaned and the housekeepers were gone. But my name there is Ed. And then you walk through there, and you're walking across the dining room, and you see your tie, and ain't you swell, because America's a wonderful country, and all of a sudden I hear, Ed, that means more work. When you call me, it means more work. I'm already working, please. Yeah, hi, how can I help you? Dirt on the potato. Oh, what a crisis, my customer, my loyal customer. But don't I know you? I digress. Oh yeah, we gave you a free meal last year when there was dirt on your potato. Guess what, sir? You tried to do this for the innkeepers. Tell you what, nice and quiet. You don't disturb any of my other guests in this dining room. Why don't you just get up and walk out before I call police? Because you're responsible for the cost of those 4 steaks that you and your colleagues are eating, and you thought you were going to get a free meal again. I learned from my boss, I learned from all my bosses, that the previous year when the guy got the free steak dinner, and he was only 2 people then, they gave the whole meal away, my boss said, find something of a lesser value to give away, offer free dessert. I said, because Ed, potatoes grow in dirt. Of course there's going to be dirt on the potato skin. We can't get every bit of dirt off. The guy was counting you. So it's a year later, and I'm walking through the dining room, and I go, I hear, Ed. So then what I did is, I turned that into an opportunity. Yes, Pavlov's dog, call my name. There I show up. And saved the company the time. I want to say we got paid for the meal. I'm not real sure. I think we did, because I think I came out going, yes, I won. I implemented what I was learned. Oh, the sun's in. I can turn off my light. Implemented what I learned. Meanwhile, these hot dogs are cooking. What this is it's about how I dispose of the water here. Okay. And I need to keep my outbound line from the sink open, and this is a 40-year-old cabin. So what I do is, I get the water running, these dogs are done, they're starting to split, we get it to where it's already hot, and now I'm going to pour the water, I'm going to let them go a little more. As a matter of fact, looks like only the top dog this time. So, in the food and beverage world, everything is, pushing control. Everybody's life is defined by a balance sheet, including yours when you get to heaven. If you get there, and I'm praying, so. It's 11:46. Meanwhile, the chicken's in the oven at 370. Chicken has to be 360, right? So I'm going to put 360. The middle of the chicken has to be 165. The chicken's cooking. The rice is prepared. Those are the other ones. I'm going to calculate while this thing heats up again. Gets my dogs. No way to clear. There's no clear. Oh, I hate that. Hit it twice, it doubles in size. No. 24 dogs divided by $4. Decimal in. See it right? Seems to be. 60 cents a dog? Or is it? Yeah, come on. Typically what's the numerator, what's the denominator, I forget. Number is on top, it's just between the sub. I spent $4. Divide that by the unit that I purchased. 60, oh this is sweet. 1, 6, 6, 6, 6. 2 more sixes than I can say without losing breath. Call it 17 cents a hot dog. So, I've done carrots that I can carry around with me for nutrition. Carrots I can use to cook. I've got the rice prepared for making the carrot and rice soup. I have the chicken in the oven, so I can make chicken and rice and carrot soup, and all kinds of chicken variations. And I'm going to do another video when I strip those chickens. But the alarm's on. Chickens won't be done for probably another hour or so, so that'll give me time to clean up. Sure enough, spent all morning cooking, even totally sober. Yeah, what was I doing? I don't like the fact that my Gatorade bottles bleed water. One of the reasons is they have that label around them, and I was like slicing that label off because it has sports figures on it that I don't like. Why do I want to advertise my Gatorade bottle? I carry it around. It's obviously a Gatorade bottle. About 16 of these things. I'm not going anywhere without 4 or 5 of them at all times. The dogs have come up to 10. Okay? So living social secure is avoid the plumber cost, avoid the cost of snaking the line. Okay? So I'm going to run some hot water there. It'll warm up the line, because as best I can tell, the line is plastic. Thick PVC made in China. What isn't made in China? They make a lot of Chinese. They make a lot of poor stuff. We used to send them our waste, one of my sisters told me recently, and it filled their landfills up. So they got back at us. They sent us their crap. And now it's filling up our landfills. And what it is you can't repair anything you get from China. The old days you repaired the radio. We went out looking for a used lawnmower. But no, we're not ready. We want all those to bubble and bubble and bubble, boil and trouble. I'm sure some movie about witches. And I turned down a chance to go see a Broadway play with The Office when I was in the corporate hotel world. They had tickets to Broadway, yeah, and everybody's going. And I said, wait, what's the name of the show? Wicked. I said, I'm not going. Like, what? Come on, Ed, it's camaraderie, we're on the team, come on, Ed. I was like, no. I said, I don't go see anything named Wicked. I was still there in that office another 3 years. That wasn't the bone breaker. The bone breaker was when George Bush oversaw the economy and hotels were empty all over America because of the fraudulent speculation. So I got letters from them. I got letters from everybody about how I did that. Well, I did, well, I did. Okay. Now, the plastic PVC is already slightly warm. Make sure that's off. Okay. And I got to get rid of this boiling water. So before I would pour boiling water down a drain that I think is plastic, I run water, so it carries the boiling water through. But what the boiling water will do is any pipe junction down in there where there's weeds, the boiling water will scour those weeds. Rinse my dogs. And living socially secure is about using the lessons that you've learned in your life and still being yourself open to learning more. Like I was talking about going to the choir and putting together my musical experience for reading and stuff. Before I can put those dogs in a container and I have to get on a schedule, I stick this in the freezer for about 4 minutes. I keep one shelf in the freezer totally empty specifically for rapid temperature change so I can portion control everything. That's called net change. Net change is, after the subtraction. That always means there's a subtraction. I got out this gravy melange. And I'm figuring out what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to make some hot dog a la king for my breakfast. So what I'll do is I'll make a video specifically about combining these things to show how that goes. And sun must have moved a little bit. I'm delayed back on. Again, I don't know. This is about an hour and a half to 2 hours worth of videos. Okay. So if I take the pan that has the dogs in it, I'm not thinking so. Not thinking need to be drinking. I heard the radio guy say 92 in Philly. 92, see that's that speech effect. 92 in Philly. Here it's supposed to be 84, but it's got the heat index as another example today. So while I wait a couple minutes, every minute is so valuable, particularly when you're heading down the road of life. Okay, hooking up some more coffee. When I'm done, I'm going to use my gravy kind of a mix. A couple of noodles, some chicken from last week, 10 days ago. Noodles, chicken, one chopped up dog in chunks, some spicy sauce. It's got to be a solid lunch. Coffee will keep you from going to sleep. You can shower and shave, circulate the car, go grooving down the highway, get over, get some internet, check the email. Basically, I was told the next contact and turning the possible position will be after Tuesday, which is Monday. So, again, I'll have the bike on the car, so after I check the internet, Yahoo place, I can ride the bike to the library place, and then I'll stroll over to a place actually called Mechanicsburg Place. It's the senior citizen thing. But then most of the people that'll have their lunch, they don't not just come for the lunch, but it's great lunch. Subsidized by Messiah College and Cumberland County Office of Aging. Again, get subsidized things. They're all out there, don't pay retail. You know what the guys in the Lower East Side say? Retail, they do only wholesale. I can make that joke because I know genetically I'm partly bred. Politically correct. I'm 19% Moroccan, I'm 6% Kenyan. That's where my scratches on my arm come from. So it's 26%. The other 74% is Northern European, specifically Poland and the Ukraine, Germany, English, and Irish. Now I know about the German part because my mother's maiden name was Schaffer, S-H-A-F-F-E-R, 2 F's. I know about the Irish part because my grandfather was an immigrant, so we heard the story straight from them. And one of my nieces was roaming through Ireland in the last 15, 20 years. And she was into a pub and she meets, I believe, Jimmy Kahane. And I named my son James Kahane Malone. So I know my roots. Thank you, Alex Haley, for making us investigate our roots. So I need to keep some mental acuity right now to put together this lunch. Okay, the 4 or 5 minutes are up. The dogs have come to temp. That's the end of this video. Well, what I am going to do is turn it off and start it back up for an actual cooking, a production video.